right, so let's get this party started. My official welcome to you. This is your coach Borino. Our regular weekly, almost weekly coaching we do here in Rockstars on our Facebook group that's booming. We're close to 25,000 active members and we're crushing it. Thank you guys. Thanks for being members and for joining us here daily and putting your questions in and putting answers in and tips and advice and encouraging each other and generally having a good time. It's really great to have all of you. I love this group. I'm an active part of it. I love contributing and I love where we're going with industry as a whole, where we make this a little better place, our world, our community, helping our clients and making more money in progress. And that's why we're here today. I want to share with you some ideas and tips to help you make a difference this year. First, in your life, in your personal life. Second, in the life of your family, in the lives of the people that matter to you, whether it's your spouse, your wife, your husband, your kids, your grandkids, anybody who matters to you. Through being a good real estate agent, being a successful real estate agent, you have the opportunity to touch their life and really make a difference. And I want to be part of that. I'm excited. This year I devoted my entire focus and time and energy to helping you guys. And then the community you serve. Those are your clients, the people who live around you, the people who are your prospects, your customers. All of these can be impacted by your success. And it is a big deal. It's also a great opportunity. This will be a great year for many of you. This will be a fantastic year to be in real estate. And I'm really excited. All right? Okay, my friends. So, whatever is on your mind you want to talk about, just post it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer it. We'll stay a while. I have my coffee ready. My lovely cappuccino is here, as always. All right, we have some more good friends here. Johnny wishing everybody Happy New Year. Thank you, good sir. Trini, Happy New Year to you as well. Victoria, Joshua, happy birthday, my good friend. Mr. Derek, awesome real estate rock star. Happy New Year to you as well, my good sir. Fabian, Happy New Year. And fellow rock stars, Happy Year, and it's going to be fantastic. Mary, I totally agree with that. It's going to be great. Mr. Todd, wishing everybody good morning, Happy New Year from lovely Southern California. Hey, John, back at you. Maka, my lovely Maka, looking forward to today's webinar after the holidays. Brian English checking in. Barbara saying hi to everybody. All right. I think it's time to get this party started. What do you guys say? So, let's start with opportunities. You know how I scolded you yesterday? How I posted? What the fuck you're doing? Dealing with logos and taglines and bullshit when there is so much opportunity. Remember our last session? I was telling you about a great opportunity in most markets. I was telling you, get ready, be prepared. If you do this right, if you spend the next few days, the first few days of January right, that can set you up for an incredible year. You can harvest so many good leads, so many motivated sellers. So let me show you some evidence. This is just a few. Thanks you guys who posted it, Dylan, Peragay, and a bunch of you guys who posted the updates. I hate to tell you this, but I was right. I told you so. Watch this. Let me show you what I mean. Here are some stats. This is from Erie, Colorado. A couple days ago, 686 expired listings. Sellers, motivated sellers who wanted to sell, who didn't sell. Look at that. Let's go to Nevada. This is just outside of Las Vegas. This is Henderson. 588 expired listings. Let's go to Houston, Texas. Look at this, 2,496 expired. These are just some examples. Look at Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana. I can't pronounce it right. Just outside of Indianapolis. Expired, 485. Look at this one, Tampa. 1,986 expired. 1,986 expired listings. Great opportunities. Now do the math. You have 1,900 expired. What if you can convert 10% of those into leads and listings? Think about it. These people will really sooner or later, these people will be back on the market sooner or later. Not everybody and not right away. But statistically, in my area, 40% of the listings don't sell the first time around. And many are right back on the market within days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. But if you do this right, if you approach these people the right way, that means strong first impression, good follow-up, high status agent, no pushy scripts, no silly closings, no bullshit that they hear from everybody else. If you do this right, and if you just keep in touch, where you develop enough connection and trust, you can be set for at least 6 months. 1,900 potential leads? I mean, get out of here. That's a phenomenal opportunity. And some of you, smart ones, usually my students, Expired Plus clients or Success Plus clients or Bootcamp students, you jumped on it because you knew you were ready. But even if you weren't ready, There is still time. There are still people out there who don't need your help, who want to move this year, who need a good agent, who are looking for a competent advisor who can guide them, who can help them, who can be their resource. Why not you? Think about it. So don't fuck around with logos and taglines and all that bullshit. Go out there and talk to some people. Good old-fashioned communication. Call them if you can, text them if you can, visit them if you can, drop off the package if you can, and now keep in touch, keep in touch, keep in touch. Even the agents who now think, oh, hallelujah, I'm going to get some listings, the usual traditional agents give up way too soon. You can't. You got to stay with them. But if you do, oh boy. Think about all the opportunities. It's amazing. Barbara says, Tampa is my area. Yes, she's excited. You better be, Barbara. Absolutely. You should be. It is a phenomenal opportunity. Plenty of people who are going to need your help. Joshua says, it's been below 0 degrees the past couple of days here in Chicago. Does it mean I'm not motivated enough if I haven't felt like going door to door knocking? Damn straight you are. Absolutely. Since when does the weather determine your income, Josh? Come on, out of all people, you should know that. I know it's tough. But if you're hoping and thinking, and here's where you guys get stuck, that the weather will be perfect, the clients will be perfect, the circumstances will be perfect, everything will be perfect, you're fucked. You're looking at it the wrong way. Control what you can control. Can you control the weather? No. Do you know it's fucking cold in Chicago? Yeah, pretty much. I have an 11-year-old. Even she could figure it out, that there are times in Chicago where it's fucking freezing. So you have two choices. Deal with it, do the best you can, get dressed well and get the hell out there, or move. But if you're just going to sit there and whine about the weather, this year's going to be just as shitty as the year prior to that. Because the change you got to make, the first and foremost, the change is in your mindset. Control what you can control. This year, you're going to get a tougher Borino. This year, we're not going to screw around, because this year, I want to take a small group of you and I want to really mold you into total rock stars, where you have the freedom, the income, the lifestyle, the business on your terms, the way you want it. But you know what it's going to require? Forget about the weather, forget about the circumstances, forget about the conditions, forget about everything else you cannot control. What can you control? How many people you see? How many people you talk to? How often and how frequent do you follow up? Do you do the daily tasks required to succeed? Because if your mindset is already, well, it's too cold, it's too this, I guarantee you, if you and I brainstorm, within minutes we can have 50 reasons why none of this would work. And why it's perfectly okay for you to make $100,000 a year. But think about it. You make 100 grand, you pay 20 to 30,000 in taxes, you put another 20,000 into your business, now you're left with the salary of a mailman. Nothing wrong with being a mailman, obviously. But why would you do this? The stress, the hours, the education you have to pump into your brain and do all this for 50 grand a year. That's nonsense. That's ludicrous. Make 300, 400, 500,000. If you're going to do this, fuck, might as well do this. God damn, I'm on a fire today. Can you feel it? I'm excited because I see the opportunities right in front of you and you're standing there looking at it going, wait, what? I don't see it. What? Dude, 1,900 expired listings. It's too cold. Ah, people. There'll be a small group who will get this, who will allow me to be their guide, who will trust me enough to take the path. We're going to talk about the path. You can buy it. It's not ready yet. It's coming. But if you just let go of all this bullshit and all the stories you used to tell yourself, if you just focus on the things that matter and things you can control, you can crush it this year. You can close so many deals you wouldn't know what to do with the money. Just slightly exaggerated. Are you getting my point, guys? Consider this your wake-up call. Now, what do you say? Joshua got a little spanking, but well-deserved. Barbara says, my first time watching you, and I love your straightforwardness. Well, thank you, Barbara. I mean, you get what you get. I want to be honest with you. I'm not here to blow off smoke up your ass. I'm not here to sugarcoat stuff. So here's some brutal truth. You ready? It will never be perfect. It will never be perfect. There will always be something. There will always be obstacles. There will always be setbacks. And I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer. I don't mean to rain on your parade, because I know when I got my license, I always thought, oh, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to drive in my Mercedes, wear my Armani suit, show properties, make millions of dollars, buy some income properties, and be a hotshot. I had these lovely flowery dreams, but that's not reality. Not just in real estate, any business. You try coaching real estate agents. You think real estate is tough? Try being a coach. It's 10 times harder, but I love doing it. I'm passionate about it. So here's the reality. Real estate is tough. Deal with it. It's tough. Running any type of business is tough. You're going to have competition, you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have idiot clients, you're going to have all kinds of things you got to deal with. You're going to have expenses, you're going to have to deal with education, keeping up with your competition, marketing, advertising, all kinds of stuff, legal stuff. Whenever there is an opportunity to make a lot of money, it's always a challenge. There's no free lunch. And if you're hoping and praying you're going to win lottery, good luck. You understand what I'm saying? Real estate is tough. That's reality number one. Reality number two, you can totally do this. You can absolutely do this. It's doable. Then you wonder, well, how come not everybody's doing it? I tell you why. It is easy to call an expired listing. I mean, think about it. All you got to do is get one of these, go like this, push some buttons, right? And you go like this. You think, you talk. That's all you got to do. It's easy. It's easy. You have a little conversation. It's easy. So why are so many fucking people broke? I'll tell you why. Because it's also easy not to. Because it's just as easy to say, I'm not ready. I don't know what to say. Nobody answers the phones. This doesn't work. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be an easier way. And you buy into your own bullshit. It's just as easy to prospect and make money as it is not to. Now, you can flip around and say it's just as hard. And I agree. It all depends how you look at it. But I can tell you from my personal experience, being broke, struggling, not having the things you want is a lot harder than paying the price of the success. It's really that simple. It's easy. What makes it hard is your thinking. It's not the action itself. This is not hard. I mean, I'm no Arnold Schwarzenegger, but even I can pick up a fucking phone. Are you getting me? I can look up a phone number, or I can hook up to a dialer and get a headset. I can push a button. I can stand there and have some conversations. Speaking of conversations, this Saturday we're going to have a role-play clinic. We're going to have a confident communication clinic. I invite you. It's free. It's a free training. I do this once in a while. It's a lot of fun. Where you and I will get on the phone and we'll just role-play. I'm going to give you more information in just a second. But do come if you feel like you need a little help on the phone or in person. Whether it's open house leads, whether it's follow-up conversations, whether it's prospecting, wherever you need help, we're just going to role-play. We're going to work on it so you feel more confident, you feel more in control. But going back to it, why do people not do it? Because it's just as easy to fuck around. It's just as easy to buy into the bullshit if I'm going to sit on a computer and write this fabulous blog post about the market condition in my part of the world. People will flock to it and they will call me because they think I'm an expert and they're going to list with me. It doesn't work that way. The price you're going to pay is either being broke and struggling or putting up with the discomfort of what it takes to succeed. One way or another, there's always a price. Are you willing to pay the price? Now, I tell you why people are not willing to pay the price. It is because they don't buy into the promise. In other words, if you were 100% confident that if you, let's just say as an example, I'm not selling you, but let's just say, you do the path with me and it will get you to my goal for you, if you're on board, is to do 50 listings in 50 weeks, one a week. If you're 100% convinced you can do that, if you 100% buy into the premise and the promise of that, that as long as you keep taking the steps and learning and implementing, you're getting closer and closer to your goal, you will always be willing to pay the price. Where you get stuck is one of two things. Either the beliefs that hold you back that you don't deserve it, that 50 listings is too much, it's too much money, nobody in your family ever made that much, and what are you going to do and how are you going to lose it, or whatever stories you tell yourself. That's number one. Or number two, you don't buy into the promise that it's doable, that it's possible. That's why you're stuck. That's where the problem is. So now that we know what the problem is, let me give you some solutions. It's a new year, great opportunity to start anew. I'm a big believer in this tradition, in this ritual of having the opportunity to start again. Now, the cool thing about real estate is you can start any day. There's nothing special about January 1st or January 3rd or November or August or whatever. The cool thing is no matter what happened yesterday, the day before, the week ago, whatever, you can start fresh anytime. But there's something very powerful about publicly declaring, I'm going to make a change. And I'm making some changes. So now, a few things I want to share with you. I have my notes here. Let me show you what I wanted to share with you. Okay, here we go. You probably made some plans for 2018, right? You set some goals. You've done it a year ago, you've done it a year prior to that. And when you look back, and if you're really honest, most of you don't reach majority of your goals. Very few do. Now, if you do, fantastic. More power to you. You're doing something right. But for those of you who set goals in the past, who set some nice New Year resolutions, some goals, some plans, some dreams and desires, says, okay, this will be my year. It hasn't turned out that way. I will tell you why that's happening. Now, we're not going to talk about the mindset part of it. That plays a role, and we're going to deal with it first 30 days on the path. I'm going to skip that for now, but I'm going to give you the practical element to it. And it has to do with your planning. So let me give an example. Any of you guys play tennis? Any tennis players? I used to play quite a bit of tennis. Imagine you set a goal. I want to improve my serve. So you make a plan, and you say, I'm going to go down to the tennis court, get to the wall, the practice wall, and I'm going to practice my serve 10 times. I'm going to hit 10 serves against the wall or 10 serves on the court. And I'm going to do it Monday at 4 o'clock, Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and Friday at 4 o'clock. That's your goal. Now let's analyze that. Is it attainable? Of course. Is it practical? The goal itself is practical. You want to improve your serve, you want to have a better serve game. What do you have to do? The steps are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 serves. In your mind, it's attainable because it has very simple, short, practical steps that your monkey brain can buy into because it's not too far in the future, it doesn't require a monumental amount of work, and there's very little resistance. So what are you going to do? You come Monday, you take the ball, you hit the first one, practice. Second one, practice. Third one, practice. And you do 10 of them. Now then you can stay, play a game, practice some more, whatever. But the assignment, which is the one you control, has been completed. Now you have a success. Short, simple, but vital success. You're going to repeat the same on Wednesday. Now, by Wednesday, you have more leverage because you already accomplished the one on Monday. And it wasn't that hard. 10 serves takes what? Less than 10 minutes, right? So you go back on Wednesday and hit it 10 times again. You're back on Friday, hit it 10 times again. Within 30 days, you can look back at the activities you've done, and you can compare, well, how many serves am I serving well now as opposed to a month ago when I'm playing games? Are you with me so far? So now put that in a perspective. Let's say you set a goal, I want to be the world's #1 tennis player. I want to be the best tennis player in the world. It's so overwhelming. It's so huge. Where do you start? You start practicing volleys, you start with conditioning, you start rallies, you start serving. What do you do? How do you measure it? And how do you stay on track? And then you're surprised why people don't stay with our goals. That's what they do. They said it's too big, too far in the distance, too vague, and very few of the action steps can be controlled. You would have to break it down and break it down and break it down and break it down into very simple actionable steps, which brings us back to the plan 1. So here's what I recommend if you want to stay on track. Do 2 things. Now let's go to our board. Okay, so 1, you're going to set the big reward. And since we are here at the beginning of 2018, let's make it, I don't know, $300,000. That's your big reward. You say, okay, based on my lifestyle, that's my big reward. That's the big in the distance. That's what I'm aiming for. That's my target. And you said that. Then you're going to break it down into 7-day action plan. What can I accomplish within a 7-day window that will get me closer every week to my goal? What are the most productive, profitable things, steps I can take that I can measure, I can focus on, where it's very simple. It's either yes or a no. Either I did my 10 practice shots or I didn't. There is no in between. Do the same. Set up a 7-day action plan. What can you do within 7 days that will get you closer to your goal? Now, the plan, the steps must be very simple. Yes, no. No ambiguity, because it's the ambiguity that kills your juice. Are you with me? Is this all making sense? So instead of planning for a year, planning for a month, yes, you can have these big plans, this big kind of a vision where you're going. But in order for you to stay on track this time, break it down into very simple steps. Now, I would recommend, my suggestion would be, focus only on 3 daily things. And I call them MPTs. You heard me talk about it before, MPTs. 3 MPTs every day. Most productive things or most profitable things. So as you're sitting there kind of brainstorming, $300,000, I want to buy the nice new house, I would like to upgrade my car, I'd like to take the family to Bahamas, all these fun things. What can you do daily? What are the 3 most profitable, productive things you can do daily that will get you there faster based on my 7-day action plan? Here's the cool thing. Within 7 days, you can accomplish a lot. You can do a lot. You can be very productive within 7 days. You can really make significant impact on your business, on your prospecting, on your follow-up, on your income, on the appointments, listings you take, all that. It's a big enough window, but small enough for you to look back at the last 7 days and say, okay, where are we? Am I getting closer to 200,000? Yes, the answer is yes. This is working, this is not working. This I need to improve, this I have to stop doing. This is doing well, I'm going to do more of that, this has to go. And then you set up another 7 days, and then another 7 days, and then another 7 days. But you work in these 7-day windows so your mind can see the progress. You can see you're moving. See, being a top player in the world in tennis, for a very long time, you would see very little movement. You may improve certain mechanics, you may improve certain results, but overall, it would take a long time, where within a 7-day window, you can tell, am I on track, am I winning? And then as the last piece to the puzzle is set up your victories. What is the victory condition? My son, Philip, is a big fan of Risk, the game Risk. And they got this new version called Risk, I don't know, it's like a new format. He brings his friends over, a tabletop game, and they play it. And what they set up is victory conditions. How do you know you won that week? What do you have to accomplish in those 7 days in order for you to declare victory? Number 1. And number 2, set a reward for that victory. This is important because often you will not get listings right away. Often you may not get listings sold and closed right away. It's going to take a little bit of time. So the paycheck alone is not enough because that can be in the future. But it's the activities you're going to focus on that can get you there closer. So if you achieve the victory, set your conditions. What are the victory conditions? Just like in Risk. Legacy. Risk Legacy it's called. It's a new version. It's pretty fun. What are victory conditions? And if you achieve them, what is your reward? Work in these 7 days windows. The reason I broke down the path into 50 listings in 50 weeks for the same reason. We're going to focus on these 7-day opportunities to meet new clients, prospect, convert existing listings into prospects, get referrals from the existing and past clients in your sphere of influence, and all that will be evolving around this 7-day model. This will also help you to correct very quickly. So you don't need months to realize, oh, I'm fucked. This year is not going well. I'm off track, or the plan is not working. Within 7 days, we'll pop the hood and troubleshoot. What's not working? And if it's not working, it's only one of 3 things. It's either your lead generation is off, your follow-up with those leads is off, or your listing presentation is off. That's the only possible problem. There's nothing else. All right, guys. Helpful? Yes? So set up these manageable, specific 7-day goals. That's all you got to do. You can measure it. You can practice. I'm just reading my notes, make sure I told you everything. Okay? All right. Here's the thing, guys. You don't have all the time in the world. You don't have all the time in the world. You got to get it done now. You got to get on the ball now. You got to get going now, right now. And I don't mean like this week. I mean like right now. We're going to wrap up. Go. What do you have to lose? Why wait? Do it now. You don't have all the time in the world. You can struggle. You can be broke. You can not serve people well. The price is high. The price is there. Victory is there. Go get it. Yeah? Helpful? 7 days. Oh. Did you guys like it? Let's see. Great idea, says Felix. Likes it. Excellent. Barbara likes it. Good. You people seem to like it. Aaron likes it. Happy New Year, my man. Sharice has almost missed it. Well, good you're here. You are so right. Had this license for 5 years, finally going to jump in, says Pamela. Good time to do it, Pamela. Absolutely excellent. Perfect opportunity. Amadib, can you show us how to start a conversation with expired client? Amadib, here is what I would recommend. Come join us for the confident communication presentation. Let me show you. Hold on. I have a... Yeah, it's right here. So I'm going to show you. It's going to be this Saturday. I'm going to post a link where you can sign up for it. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. There'll be no sale pitch at the end. It's just you and I will get on the phone and we're going to work together. This Saturday, January 6th, 1 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a phone number. You're going to dial in and we'll just role play. We'll just work on it. How do you approach for sale by owner? How do you approach expired listing? How do you talk to them face to face, on the phone? All that we're going to work on. Okay? So join us. Come practice with me. It's going to be a safe environment. We're going to analyze things. I'm going to give you some points. I'm going to give you some help. This was one of my strengths, and I'll tell you why. When I started working in real estate, there were some really heavy hitters in my area. There always are, but there were some agents who were really good. Good agents, spoke Spanish. I don't speak much Spanish. I can cuss really well, and that's about it. But there were people who really knew how to prospect, and they knew the market. They'd been at it for a while. They had teams. They had advertising. I didn't have any of that. So I had to find my niche, my angle, because I didn't have thousands of dollars, and I didn't have years of experience. So what I did was I figured out how to communicate with people, how to get good at building authentic, real trust without being salesy, without those silly scripts and closings and all that bullshit. I really liked it. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to feel good, and I want my people to feel good. I didn't want them to feel like they got manipulated or pushed into something that they would either regret later or felt like they were cheated by some salesman. So I want to show you how to do that. There are certain steps and certain systems. See, it doesn't require any special talents. I don't have any. I mean, other than good looks. You know what I mean? I don't really have any special talents. It's a set of skills. And it comes with practice, and it comes with using the right communication strategies. There are certain strategies that if you deploy right, people will like you and they will trust you. And the reason for that is because your motives are different. And what I mean by that is, yes, you want to make money. Yes, you need the commission. Yes, you got to pay your bills. But underneath it, there's a genuine desire you want to help people. And if you have that, the rest is just a matter of building on that desire using the right tools. Does that make sense? So come join me. This Saturday, we're going to work, I don't know, usually we run about 2 hours. We set up different scenarios. Here is the information again, different circumstances or different sets that you want, different type of prospects, different real-life examples that you can use to help more people, get more leads, get more appointments. So I want to help you with that, okay? It's free. Sign up. We'll post the link probably tomorrow morning. Register for it. Let's get on the phone. Let's help you. All right. So David says, half measures availed as nothing. Some will recognize that saying. I'm done with half measures and throwing myself into legion. David, you're absolutely right. You cannot half-ass it anymore. You can't. All in, dude. All in. Besides, the payoffs are there. The results are available. The leads are there. The business is there. So why not? I wake up lazy every day. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I worked full-time real estate in 2017, had 6 deals averaging 150K. I need to swift kick in the ass and conquer 2018. I have no choice. Homelessness is coming soon. Thank you for the motivation, Borino. And I appreciate, Derek, I appreciate you being honest. But I tell you one thing. Even though this business is not easy, what you develop, what I would like to help you develop is your ability to take action regardless of how you feel. Where it's not, you're not going to be like a robot. I don't want you to just shut off who you are, but I want you to be so excited and passionate about the results, the promise, then the path is just a matter of small, simple steps. Now, you tell me I wake up lazy. We all do. There are days where I'm out of the bed at 4:30. I'm writing, I'm working, I'm excited. And there are days where I drag. There are days where it's hard, where it requires discipline and push, where the habits need to kick in. But I will help you. One of the things we're going to focus on in the path, at the beginning of the path, is develop good habits. So the prospecting is easier. The routines become easier. And there are several tricks you can do. There are several tools and techniques that I want to help you with that will make those days a little easier. Never easy. It's never going to be easy. Whenever there's opportunity for you to make 4, 5, 600,000, million, there was always a challenge. There was always some setbacks, and there was always some discomfort. That's just part of life. But compare it to the discomfort of knowing you blew a great chance of a phenomenal lifestyle, where you're going to be stuck in a small apartment, driving a shitty Toyota Corolla, no income properties, no lavish lifestyle, nothing. That would hurt a lot more. The opportunity is there. The business is there. I want to help you. I want to show you that it's doable. And it's not just discipline. Discipline will only get you so far. After the discipline will only get you this far. It needs to be more than just discipline, because you're going to burn a lot of fuel if you just run on discipline. And besides, it's not fun. To constantly push yourself, to constantly just kind of go through the grind, That takes the joy out of the work. I believe you can prospect, you can follow up, you can do all these things and enjoy it. Will you love it? I don't know, but it doesn't need to be a grind. It doesn't need to be a struggle. We're going to remove the struggle out of it. And I will give you some resources as we go through the path. We're going to spend the first almost 60 days working on this stuff so that there is joy back into your business. There's pleasant enjoyment. Even though you are not making hundreds of thousands of dollars from the beginning, at the beginning, that's going to come in later, hopefully. You can still enjoy it. You can still enjoy the process. There's no reason for you to struggle. And if you do struggle, the issue may be something very different, something deeper. Make sense? Now, one shortcut that I can give you is just make your goals so exciting, dude, that not getting them is not an option. Make 2018 so impossibly phenomenal. Set such a lavish, fun goals that just thinking about them gets you juiced up. That's one of my secrets. That's how I do it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Todd says, you are very right. Over 300 new leads. There are a lot of opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. Go for them. Mr. Warren, Happy New Year to you, good sir. Jeffrey says, seller's market advice. Only 14 expires in 2 counties in Wisconsin and plan working the phones Festini saw first quarter. Do the best you can, Jeffrey, is the first I can give you. It is a seller's market. But here's the thing. If you don't have expireds, well, I mean, do the expireds you have. You know the routine. Work the new expireds, the old expireds. You can go back 6 months, a year, 2 years. Great source of leads, no question about it. Work all the leads. I did a coaching session, and you were on it probably, Jeffrey. 40, I think it's called 45 sources of seller leads. Just pick 3 or 4 sources and work them. Door knocking, cold calling, open houses, Facebook advertising. There is a whole bunch of ways to generate business. Work in your sphere would be a big one, and you are well connected. You have good connections. A lot of people around you. So just do that. Go in with the mindset, the business is out there, the clients are out there, they want my help. It starts with the mindset. Goddamn, Borino, in your mindset. I'm not going to lead up on it. I cannot get you off the hook because it's the mindset that gets you tangled, that gets you stuck. It's that belief, it's hard, there's not enough clients, there's not enough business, there's too much competition, there's not enough sellers. And I call bullshit on all of them. I mean, you can buy into it if you want to, but that's not reality. 4 million transactions closed last year, something like that. Over 5 million homes sold. Tons of business. Now, what if you have to move? Then move. What if you have to go to a different market? So be it. You got to do what it takes to succeed, not what's convenient. You got to set up circumstances that nourish your business. That's not a hindrance. I would never go sell real estate to Alaska. I love Alaska. It's beautiful. But it ain't a happy, good place to do real estate. You know what I mean? The conditions, the circumstances are tough. And there are certain markets that are tougher than others. You gotta think it through. Make sense? But what I'm saying to you, Jeffrey, is if there are other agents in your market, there are other agents in your area who are doing well, who are getting listings, who are selling homes, who have a good lifestyle, so can you. No question about it. No question about it. And you've been through my training, you've done the boot camp with me, you know the steps. So get the mindset reset and start looking for opportunities to generate those leads. All right, my rockstar amigos. Oh, 3 tools I wanted to show you. There are new tools I'm using, not real estate related. Rock on, Freddie says. Yeah, baby. Barbara says, thank you. Oh, my pleasure. Sarah loves it. Hey, Jerry, welcome back, my good friend. Glad you like it. All In says, Miracle. That's a cool name. Gary, like it. Excellent. Mary is in. Shannon says, you're the best. Thank you. You're so inspiring and motivating. How do you approach pre-foreclosure clients? I need a good phone script. Tracy, come on Saturday. We'll talk. Although I've never done pre-foreclosures, but a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about. And the beauty of the approach I'm going to show you is the art of conversations. That you don't need to rely on some memorized scripts. That just would make you sound like everybody else, like just another annoying telemarketer. Who needs that? You don't need to do that. Not necessary. What you want to learn is a conversation. Where instead of you being the salesperson, usually aggressive, arrogant, or needy, low status, You're going to be just a human being talking to another human being. Will they have some resistance? Of course. You're a stranger to them. You're a salesperson. The way they perceive you is like they perceive everybody else. That's because most agents recite the script they memorized 20 years ago at some free Mike Ferry seminar. You have to be different. You have to sound different. You have to approach it differently. And you cannot settle to the average approach that most agents use. Otherwise, you're going to be labeled just like another agent. And you probably, if you prospect continuously using those things, probably heard people tell you, boy, you all sound the same. That's because they do. So you need to be different. Art of conversation, listening, connecting. You still use certain techniques and strategies and tools, but you deploy them in the conversation rather than reciting something that was memorized, where there is no connection, there is no trust. It's a very different approach, and I'll teach you how to do that. We'll work on it Saturday, okay? Okay. Oh, this is sweet. Leah says, yes, you are very good looking with an even more beautiful heart. Well, thank you. The heart part, yes. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences and knowledge. I appreciate it very much. Shana, thank you very much. Borino always makes me smile when you talk about the Toyota. That's exactly what I'm driving about. My goal is to get a Lexus this year. And I will. And I know you will. And you can. And you should. Goddamn straight you should. Get a nice car. I'm a huge, well, Hannah loves Lexus, so for her birthday she got that sports car. I got her a convertible, but I'm a Mercedes guy. Whatever. Get a nice car. You deserve it. Get a nice home. Get nice clothes. Get a nice watch. Go on a nice vacation. Treat yourself. Deserve. You deserve it. You earned it. Now it's just a matter of setting up the business, planning it, so that you're going to get to that goal that will get you all those nice toys and things. Now, I always like to experiment with different tools. So I have three I have on my phone that I use daily I wanted to tell you about. I am not paid by them. I got this new iPhone, I got to tell you, the X, absolutely love it. It's absolutely fantastic. But here are three I recommend you check out that will help you achieve more, be more productive. The first one is Audible. I don't know if you can see it. Audible. I don't know why I waited this long. I'm an avid reader. You guys know that. I read on my Kindle. I have it on my iPad. I read paper books. I have a big library here. But there are times where when I'm driving, or lately I've been doing more walking and exercising, I just pop a good book on. And I got those wireless headphones, which are pretty cool, although they look silly. They look like stupid Q-tips sticking out of your ear. The quality is really good and I'm really enjoying it. Get Audible. Get some cool books. It's really good to get, like when we finish today, I'm going to go for a walk, maybe 45 minutes, go to the lake, just kind of unwind, get my thoughts, kind of cleared my head. I'm going to have Audible on. Get it. That's the first one. The second one I wanted to tell you about is called Done, D-O-N-E. Now this is iOS. I'm on Apple, but I'm sure there's an Android version. I love Done. Done is an app. Now there's a free version where you can track a few goals. I got the paid version, which is like $2.99, something like that. It's Done, D-O-N-E. You set up these goals and it's a weekly, daily, weekly, or monthly. And it helps you track it. It's pretty simple, but it's really effective and I'm really digging it. So I have these simple daily goals. Some have to do with my lifestyle, like, being a little healthier, getting more exercise. I like the walks, stuff like that. Some of them are business related. Now you can set up goals that you want to do more of something, or you can set up goals you want to do less of. And it just helps you track it. You can set up these reminders. It will watch your streaks. And it's just kind of cool to go in there. I love the sound it makes and the feedback I get when I accomplish something. Like one of my goals is to have one fruit a day, at least one big fruit a day, so like an apple or something. So I put it there, stuff like that. So it's really cool. Done. And the third one is called Win Streak. Win Streak. And this is simply, how in this crazy, not just real estate business, but in life in general, we get so bogged down by all the problems and all the situations we have to deal with and the fires we have to put out. And there's just so much. Win Streak is a little reminder that pops. I have it set up. It pops once a day on my phone. What are your wins today? It helps me pause and just kind of take stock of all the cool things that I've accomplished that day, or just that happened. And it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering like you listed 12 properties that day. Just can be something so simple as I said to my wife, Hannah, I love you. And I kissed her before she left the house. Something. It can be big, it can be small, it can be 1, it can be 10, it doesn't matter. But remind yourself, because these little reminders send the signal to the universe, I want more of that. There are some things that go well in my life already, something I'm grateful for, something I appreciate, something I like, something I want more of. Win Streak. Win Streak. It's a free app. So these are the three ones that I recommend to help you make this year better. Win streak, done, and audible. Está bien? Brandon says, let me show you what Brandon says. Brandon says, I really needed this. Thanks, Borino. Brandon, my pleasure. Glad you're here. Greg, thank you for the motivation, Borino. It's 11 degrees out and I'm going to door knock. Greg, you got to do what you got to do, my man. You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes that's what it takes. Now, is it fun? No, it's hard. It's hard, but you got to do what you got to do. And if you have 5 expireds you can visit today, you have 5 opportunities to help people. 5 potential leads, 5 potential people who may need your help, maybe not right away. What if you did just 2 a day for 5 days straight? That's 10. So out of those, somebody's going to list, somebody's going to move. Those are the things you control. That's where you're going to become more confident because you're going to focus on things you can control. You can control how many people approach, how many attempts, how many conversations. You have direct control over that. Outcome, not so much. I mean, you're going to get better, you're going to practice, you're going to improve your communication. But you still don't have any direct control, but control the things you can control. That's what your business is built on. Focus on the stuff you can control and don't worry about the rest. It's just distractions and noise. Tracy's right. There are tons of ways, let me pull it up on the screen here. Tons of ways to get leads. Expireds, divorce, pre-foreclosure, probates. Exactly. There are about 40 ways to do that. 2018 is my year. Nicole, absolutely. Riza says this is inspiring. Excellent. Deborah says, my goal this year is to follow your training and kick butt. Stop worrying of trying to other things. Good. Stay focused. Stay with me. I will stay with you. The whole point, now, you may be curious about the path. What is the path? If you go to goborino.com, you can register for it. There's not much else there yet. But I've decided this year to take a group of you and work with you intensely. Do nothing else. I removed all the distractions. It's going to be just about you. To stay with you and to work with you. There'll be live sessions, recorded sessions, resources, tools, marketing materials. There'll be all kinds of stuff you're going to need on the path to get to your 50 listings. Now, people ask me, well, how long would it take me to get to that? That would be up to you. I will stay with you for as long as it takes. Now, maybe you can do it in 50 weeks. Maybe it takes a little longer. So what? As long as you're on the right path, as long as you're on track, as long as you're moving in the right direction, you're good. We just can't wait too long. Don't fuck around too long. Don't wait too long. The opportunity is here right now. So let's get it done. We're opening the path. The training and everything, the first shipment of the first books and all that stuff is coming on the 29th of this month. So pre-register if you want. There's nothing to buy. It's just a simple registration. Yes, I'm interested. Send me more info. We're going to have more info within the next few days. There's more stuff coming. But it's going to be an ongoing coaching program. That's really what it's all about, is me being available to be able to help you. Now, let me clarify. It's not going to be one-on-one. But it's going to be pretty close. We can have video conferences, we can have phone call conferences, role play sessions. There'll be all kinds of things set up for you to feel the motivation, to get the motivation, to get the information, to get the help, get the answers you need. Because you ain't getting it from a broker, unfortunately. This industry is not well known for stellar training, especially newer agents, but for any agent. So I'm going to step in and I'm going to guide you. I'm going to help you, no matter where you are. Whether you're in the business for a few weeks or 10 years, doesn't matter. I want to get you to your 50 listings in 50 weeks. And I'm going to do whatever it takes, including accountability, cracking my whip, all that stuff. All that is coming. Jeffrey says, oh, the truth. Knocking and dropping more packets today to all 14. Phones, doors at -5. Holy shit, now it's cold. I'd give you that. You're hardcore people, but that's just, that's what it takes. You never cease to inspire and motivate me. That's very nice to hear, Deborah. Thank you. Derek says, you just cut out. What was the second app you mentioned? The first one is Audible, Derek. Audible. The second one is called Done, D-O-N-E, Done. And the third one is Winstreak. So check them out. Really cool apps. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Barbara, thank you. Thanks for posting it. Let me show you on the screen. Barbara showed it right here. Audible, done, and win streak. Cool. If you registered during the bootcamp, do we still need to do it again? Cherie, no. If you're on the list, you don't need to register again. Can returning students join? Absolutely, Deborah. Yes. We will actually have a special for you guys who are my bootcamp graduates. Nicoletta is ready. So am I. It's going to be good. All right, my friends. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Now, we talked about the opportunity right now. It is right there in front of you. Work the expireds. Work the for sale by owner. Here's the third thing I'm going to give you. You probably have 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 leads. All kinds of leads. Buyer leads, seller leads, new leads, old leads, doesn't matter. What I would like you to do in the next 48 hours, is to contact every single one of them. Every single one. Regardless of their conditions and circumstances, regardless of what they told you a month ago when you talked to them the last time, none of that matters. Pick the phone and either call them or text every single one of them. Have a little conversation with them. Simple. Simple. It can be as simple as, how would you guys like to make your dreams a reality? Are you still thinking about that house in Florida? Would you still like to move there? Well, let's make it happen. Super simple. No pressure, no agenda, just a conversation. Some will be ready. You'll be surprised how some will say, funny you called, we were just thinking about it. Some will say, nah, not quite. Cool. And some will say, no, who are you? No big deal. But the opportunity is out there. Because I promise you that out of the pool of the leads you have, some are already actively thinking about it. Some are already taking active steps. And they will not talk to a whole bunch of agents. You know what? Majority of the sellers interview 2 agents, talk to 2 agents. 86% of the sellers in the United States last year contacted 2 agents. 70%, 7 out of 10, contacted 1. They don't have time or the desire to talk to a whole bunch of agents. No, they pick the one they like, they pick the agent they trust. That's it. Why not you? I want you to be that agent. But in order for you to be that, the answer is not a fancy logo. It drives me crazy when you guys post it. Oh, I'm working on my logo. I spent the last 3 hours working on a logo. Or I'm on Canva. I'm trying to design a market statistics template. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Hire somebody for $5, $10 on Fiverr. Get it done. You go out there, talk to people. Get on the phone and talk to people. Text to people. Send emails to people. Communicate. Market. Practice. Prospect. Follow up. That's where the dollars are. Simple rule I want you to follow. If you haven't already, some of you, the bootcamp graduates, you already follow it. Some of you still screwing around. So we got to fix that. So here's the rule. You're about to do something, whatever it is. Shoot a video, write a blog post, answer an email, whatever. Ask yourself this. If I do this, will it get me more dollars? If I do this, will it get me more dollars? You don't measure it by leads. You don't measure it by anything else. You're in this business for profit. You're not in the Church of Borino nonprofit. You're here to make profit. You're not here to collect leads. Yes, you help people. That's how you make the profit. You're cool with people. You guide people. You advise people. Sure, that's the method. But the result, the outcome, is profit. Profit, dollars. That's how you measure it. So if you're about to do something, if you're about to prospect, if you're about to do whatever, any activity, anything that involves your energy and time needs to be measured, is this profitable? Is this the most profitable, most productive thing I can be doing right now? When you're planning your day, when you're planning your tomorrow, start with that. How do I get more dollars? But Borino, isn't it kind of being greedy? Well, fuck yeah, of course. You gotta be greedy. You gotta want to earn dollars. What else is there? Let me ask you this. If I send you a check for $10 million, would you be doing this tomorrow? Hell no, of course not. And that's okay. But while you're doing it, you're going to enjoy it and you're going to make profit. That's how we do this. That's how it's set up. There's nothing wrong with it. You shouldn't apologize for that. It's fine. And there's plenty of money. There's tons of money. 5 million transactions closed. Think about it. That's 10 million commissions in theory, right? That's a boatload of money. Somebody's making it, why not you? Focus on the money, focus on the dollars. That's how we measure. So don't buy into this materialistic or whatever else bullshit some people try to tell you. You know who those people are? People who are broke. You never hear rich people complain about money. Come on. So get some. But focus on that. You have to start thinking as a business owner. Profit, profit. Not to sacrifice your integrity, of course. Not to sacrifice the quality of your service. But that's the bottom line. That's the target, people. So don't lose the sight. Don't measure it by leads. Fuck leads. I hear people saying, oh, this got me 2,000 leads. Excellent. How many dollars? Silence. Every time a new system comes on, new, groundbreaking, new, earth-shattering, new, disrupting, show me the dollars. You see people post all the time using good old-fashioned systems that I teach. Now, they're cutting edge, but they still require you to work. Ha! What a concept. Dollars. They make dollars. They make money. I want you to make money. Be greedy. Fuck yeah. Shannon would like to know, is there a discount for those who have recently purchased your whole program? Yes, Shannon. Of course there is. We will work with you guys. Jeffrey says, love James Festini's simplicity for follow-up calls to leads. This is James with company. Are you considering selling your house in 2018? It's not a bad approach. It's not bad. We interviewed James. James was recently on our show, so it was pretty good. New agent here. How do I move forward? Nicoletta would like to know. There are a couple of things I'm going to give you, Nicoletta. Start focusing on getting leads, appointments, and listings. What can you do right now? New agent or not, doesn't matter. Everybody was new at one point, so it's no big deal. But what can you do right now to get leads, appointments, and listings? And that's a good rule for every single one of you guys. When you lose focus, when the business is not going well, when you're not making enough money, when you struggle, it's because you lose focus of the three things that matter the most. What gets you the dollars? Getting good leads, motivated, what I call HPL, high probability leads. FISBOs, expireds, referrals, open house leads, door knocking, cold calling, all the good stuff. There's a whole bunch of methods to generate high probability leads. So you got to get leads. The second thing you got to have is a follow-up. We're going to spend, I think, month 4, we're going to build all your follow-up systems. And the reason those are important is because you're going to meet the lead, you're going to make a connection with the lead, but there's usually not enough trust and connection between the two of you to move forward. They need to develop a certain level of trust. They need to know who you are. They need to become familiar with your name, your face, and all that. That can take a few days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. You nurture the relationship with the lead through follow-up. And the step 3 is a good, solid listing presentation, where you rock it, where you meet with them, and they know we're in good hands. Nicoletta knows what to do. She can be trusted. She's competent. You need to demonstrate the competence. You cannot sell it. You cannot just walk in and say, howdy, I am Mr. Competent. That's not going to work most of the time. So you need to demonstrate that. A lot of that happens before your listing. We're going to work on all that. But that's something you can work on as well, just yourself. What it's going to come down to, you know what underneath all of this is? Just a few qualities. Confidence, competence, you need to know the market, good communication, connection, authenticity. That's about it. Yeah? Helpful? All right. My mic is working. Good. Okay. You got to see this. This is pretty funny. David, I like it. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my most productive things, and then I don't feel so bad. That's Borino's rendition, horrible. But I love it, David. That's exactly right. Productive things. Just focus on the things that generate dollars. Where can I get a client right now? Where can I get a transaction right now? Where can I get a listing right now? Where can I find somebody who needs my help? Where can I find somebody who is thinking about moving this year? Where do I start? And how can I get more of those? That's really what it's going to come down to. Don't lose focus on that. Don't make it any more complicated. I'm all for technology, don't get me wrong. I'm all for cutting edge stuff. I love new stuff. when it comes to software, computers, tools, whatever, apps, gadgets. You know, I got the new recording equipment over Christmas. Santa was really cool. I got the new mixing board, and I got all kinds of new gadgets. But the bottom line is this. Don't get caught into thinking there is a shortcut. Use the tools, but remember that the new, latest, greatest generating leads where you have to pay for leads, or you have to do this, you have to do that. Ask yourself, are there a bunch of agents using it who are making a lot of money? Are there a lot of agents who are using this stuff that's producing them a lot of clients, a lot of listings? And you know, the answer is no. I can't find them. Every survey I do, every time I ask the agents who are doing business, where do your listings come from? What are the most profitable, productive funnels that you have that bring listings? I never hear Zillow, I never hear Realtor.com, I never hear any of these online lead generation systems. They trickle. But 72% of the listings last year came from referrals. About 8% came from expired listings. Guess what? You should be working referrals and expired listings. That's why I teach that. Because that's where the business is. Now, if you have hundreds of dollars you want to spend on Facebook and online lead generation, more power to you. It's fine. Part of the path, we're going to look at these advanced systems. But you need to know how to do it and you need to have the budget for it. Because you're not going to do it on $150 a month. That's not going to happen. I mean, we have a budget. We spend thousands of dollars on Facebook. That's what it takes for advertising to work. You got to do it in enough volume and mass to really for it to be profitable. You're either going to pay for the business with your dollars or your blood, sweat, and tears. That's it. There's no third option. And whenever I hear shortcut, easy, simple, I'm weary about those because I don't see the results. Nobody can prove that these things reliably, repeatedly produce high level of good quality seller leads that can be converted into listings. Now, if you are out there, if one of you is using it on a repeatable, predictable basis, and it's really producing a nice stream of clients and income, I would love to talk to you. All right. What about, oh, good question. Massimo would like to know, what about old school farming? Is that outdated? Yes and no. Depends what you mean by farming, Massimo. If you mean you go through a neighborhood over and over and over, passing, I don't know, pumpkin recipes or pumpkins or recipes or whatever, yeah, that's outdated. I think that's done. But there's a difference. There's a difference between you just arbitrarily pick a neighborhood where you start building relationship with those people. And I tell you why what the problem with that is. I am a fan of door knocking. Door knocking is fine. Nothing wrong with it. Going through the same neighborhood? Yeah, okay. A lot of the leads you're going to get will be long-term leads. Most of the leads you will encounter through farming and through some of these methods will be people who will say, yeah, we'll be ready in about a year or two. Now, if you want to nurture those relationships and you have a good follow-up system to keep in touch and nurture the connection and have a good rapport with them so that when they are ready, they will contact you or you will contact them at the right time, more power to you. But I have a suspicion that the reason you're here on the broadcast today, the reason you're watching me today, is because you don't have 2 years to wait till the prospects start converting into listings. So here's what I would recommend. There is a type of farming that I'm a big fan of, and that's combining the farming strategies with your sphere of influence. So here's where I would start. Let's say I'm starting all over again and I need listings right now. One of the methods I would do is get to know all my neighbors. Everybody in my neighborhood, they need to know who I am, what I do, how to get in touch with me, and then why they can trust me as their real estate advisor. So I would turn my neighborhood into my farm, and I would own it, because it would piss me off if somebody, God forbid, on my street would list a property that I should have listed. You know what I mean? So I would start there. So my farm would become my sphere. I would incorporate my neighbors as part of my sphere, and I would nurture those connections through various means. I would build a group, a Facebook group, like a neighborhood group, where people would post yard sales and people would post block parties and people would communicate with each other and be like a resource center. I would do direct mail once in a while. I would do open houses there, and I would door knock there. And of course, I would be very socially involved within the life of the community. That would be my plan. So that would be my strategy about farming. But do it just arbitrarily in any neighborhood? No, I wouldn't do that. There are more effective ways to do that. Working for sell by owners, working expired listings, working old expired listings, doing open houses and other things can get you better leads who will be ready sooner than just going through a farm. Was that helpful, Massimo? Yes? All right. Tracy, she's saying, I have taken a lot of your advice and it has helped me get listings. Thank you. Well, that's awesome. What about old school farming? We talked about that. Good. We answered that. All right, my friends. Good time today, right? Good session today. Good start of the year. You know what to do. If you don't have a plan, work that 7-day plan we talked about. Set up simple 7-day plan and go from today to the next 7 days. Just focus on that. Just like practicing, we talked about the practicing tennis. What are some of the simple things you can measure and you can do right now? Now, one danger that I see, this happens like in the gym, this happens in my yoga studio, and happens in business and in life in general. Watch out for this. Don't set the weight too high. Don't go too high. That would be just like going to the gym where you haven't worked out for years and you say, okay, I'm getting into shape. Oh, guns, need to work on my guns. Look at that. Not much guns there. You know what I mean? And then you go to the gym and you've got 50 pounders and you go, oh, this is so hard. Oh, and you struggle and you struggle. Then you're sore the next day. Then you go again. And then after 3 times, you're going to give up because it's too much. You see these people, right? They hop, brand new outfit, brand new, the headphones, you know, the Q-tip headphones, brand new Nikes, brand new outfit. They get on the Stairmaster at the gym. They try to, for 10 minutes, figure out the buttons. And they set it on so high, and they're sweating in 10 minutes. They can't breathe, and they quit. So don't do that. Be ambitious, yes. Go for it, yes. But set the goals we talked about, the 7-day goals, where you know you can do it, where you know it's manageable. 10 practice serves is all you got to focus on. What are your 10 practice serves? Where you know you're going to do it. You know it's going to make a difference, but it's doable. It's manageable. What is it for you? Now, of course, they need to be aligned with your goals. But remember this, if you start with 10, you can always increase. You can always improve. You can always move further without getting discouraged. Does that make sense? So do that. All right, my friends, looking forward to having you on the broadcast on Saturday. Well, not a broadcast, but a session. It's going to be good. We're going to role play. We're going to have a good time. We're going to work on some objections. We're going to set up different situations where you want me to help you, and we'll have a fun time together. Yeah? And for those of you who are thinking about the path, just go ahead and register if you want. goborino.com is the URL. All you have to do is just give your email, and we'll just send you simple emails once we have more information about it. What I can tell you is that I finished writing the first book, The Path, 50 Listings in 50 Weeks. That's going to print. We just got the cover back from our graphic artists, and we're starting on January 29th. It's going to be monthly. There is no long-term contracts. We're not going to do like long-term commitments. You stay for as long as you want. There'll be a bunch of materials that are going to be part of it. We're going to release those as we go through the path. You will have access to me. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to help you. And we're going to make this a good year together. All right, my friends. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate very much you being here, being part of our community, being part of Rockstars, and being part of the circle that I can call my friends and my students. I really enjoy working with you. And I'm so excited about this year and the possibility this lie it has. Okay, friends. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of the Wednesday and a terrific start of the year. Coach Borino signing off. I'll see you on Saturday. And of course, our regular time next Tuesday on right here in Rockstars at noon. Or if you're watching this on replay on YouTube. Thanks again. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Coach Borino signing off. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody.